Hello, this is Raina. Thank you for watching my crochet channel. So October is here and Halloween is coming, and I want to show you today how to crochet a skull. And last year I made a tutorial for a smaller skull, and today I want to do a new tutorial about this bigger one, and also make the tutorial a bit more detailed. So I'm using a medium size yarn and crochet hook size 5 millimeters, and so this skull measures from the one side to another, the eye level, it's about 4.5 inches, and then it's almost 5.5 inch long. And before we start, just wanted to show you what I did last year. So that's the smaller one. I used Baton's Grace cotton yarn for this one, and I attached it to the black glove with the end yarns, and so this is something that you can wear. And you will find the link to this tutorial below the video in description box. So let's make the bigger skull now. And we start with slip knot, and chain 14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then join this into a ring with a slip stitch in the first chain. And from here, chain 14 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And again, slip stitch into this middle point here to make the second ring. So now we have this figure 8 for the eyes. And the next thing, we're going to single stitch into the first loop and do 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 17, 18, 19. And now slip stitch in the middle point here, and also single stitch 19 into the second loop. 1, 2, 3, 18, 19, and again slip stitch in the middle here. And now cut the yarn and fasten off. Okay, and the next thing, let's pick up our yarn again, do a slip knot, and so now to join the yarn again, we need to count 7 stitches from the center. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to insert my hook, keeping the loop on hook in here, pull through yarn, and I'm gonna do my first single stitch here, and then single crochet into the next 6. So we have 7 here on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now jump over to the second loop, find your first stitch here, single crochet here, and do 6 more. So we want to have 7 here on this side as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Next we're going to crochet 4 rows with decreases on both ends. So turn, and I'm going to start with my first decrease. So I'm going to single stitch 2 together. So I'll pull yarn through first stitch, pull through second, and now pull through 3 loops on hook. So this is 2 single crochets together. Now we have to single crochet 10 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the last 2 stitches again we're gonna do 2 together. So pull through yarn first and pull through the second. You have 3 loops on hook, and pull through all of them. So now we have 12 total. Second row, again, turn, and the same. Pull through yarn first, also the second, and we're gonna decrease with 2 stitches together. Now we will do 8 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the last 2 remaining stitches 2 together. Pull through first, pull through second, and pull through all 3 loops. Third row, again, turn, do your first decrease, 1, 2, pull through 3 loops. Now we're gonna do 6 single crochets here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and last 2 again, 2 together. First one and second one, pull through 3 loops. And our fourth row, turn, first 2 together, 1, 2, and now we have 4 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and last 2 together. And here again we're going to cut the yarn and fasten off. And now we're going to crochet the lower part of skull. So again, we're going to do the slip knot. and I'm going to turn my skull upside down. And now I need to count 8 stitches from the center. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Insert your hook into that one and do your first single stitch. And also do 4 more single crochets. 2, 3, and 4. So we're gonna have 5 here total, and now we will skip these 3 here. We will chain 3 and also skip 3 first single crochets on the next eye loop. It's 1, 2, 3 here, and insert into the next and do 5 single crochets here. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you see we just created the nose hole for the skull here in the middle. And next, turn and skip this first single stitch here. Start single crocheting into the next and do 4 here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Into the middle chain, single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the next part again do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and don't crochet into the last stitch here. Leave this one. And now turn. We have 11 stitches, and now the next row just single crochet in each. So 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And now it's time to do 2 rows of teeth. So we start with 4 chains, 3, 4, turn, and skip the first single crochet stitch here, and now double crochet into the next one. Chain 1, skip next single crochet, again double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip single crochet here, double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip this stitch, double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip next stitch, and double crochet into the last stitch. So we have 5 teeth, and we're gonna do on a second row. Repeat 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, turn, double crochet into that next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and now just find the second chain. So this one we skip, and into this one I'll do my last double crochet. here. So we have the skull, and now we just need to do the edge. And for the edge, I don't cut off my yarn because I can start doing it right here, continue here. So I'm just gonna insert my hook here. I'm gonna do the single crochets. I'm gonna do first in here in this space. I'm gonna do another one here, and then the next one I'm gonna do in here in this connection point. And again, I'm gonna do 2 in the space, and then just have to find space to do stitches here. There's no really, looks like we can do 3 stitches here. So I did this one, the next one, I can do 1 more here, and now I'm gonna have some stitches here on the side of the eye. I can do 1 crochet in each here. Do 1 more here, and then again this one I don't have clear stitches. I'm just gonna insert hook, find some space here to do the stitches. Okay, 1 more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what I did here. Now I reached the top. It's gonna be easier here. I can just single crochet in each stitch of the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was the number of top stitches. Again, do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Before I reach the side of the eye, I can now do stitches in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then remember I did 3 stitches here. So 1, 2, and 3. So it's going to be equal number of stitches on both sides. And in here I did 2 in the space, 1 in here, and in this corner space I want to do a total of 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and then I can do 1 in here and a double crochet, 1 in the space, 1 here, 1 space, 1 here, 1 space here. And because I started with 2 single crochets in this corner, I just have to do 1 more in here, so I also have 3 in corner. And this is where you can actually cut off yarn and fasten off if this is the size of the skull you'd like. I decided to do 1 more round on the edge, 1 more round of single crochets to make it a little bit bigger. So here I'm just gonna first slip stitch into the first double crochet, And now it's really easy, just single crochet in each of these, so one in each. And here I did my last single crochet, and I'm just going to slip stitch into that beginning one and cut off, fasten off, and my skull is done. So here you can stretch it and shape it a bit into how you want it to look, and of course you're welcome to block it as well. So and there are a few yarn tails here to weave in, or if you'd like you can watch my first skull tutorial, and with that one I used these yarn tails to attach my skull on the glove. So these came actually quite handy. For my skull portrait, I'm going to weave in all ends. And let's see how this is going to look like. All framed and spooky. And here it is. This is my Halloween skull portrait. So I'm using 8 times 10 inch picture frame. I got some background paper, contrast color, and some cool Halloween stickers. And I think this is quite an easy project to make and decorate your own home for Halloween, or even bring to your guests if you're invited to a Halloween party. And I was thinking you can even hang it on your door outside for trick-and-treaters. So I would be very interested to see your version of the skull portrait. I'm going to add links below the video in description box where you can add your photo. And so let me see what you come up with. There are all these different materials in craft store to use to make it your own and unique. And I will have a written pattern of the skull on my website. Let me know if you have any questions. And happy crocheting. Of course, happy Halloween.